Ruslan Korniichuk. I will use this micro, no worries. Originally I'm Ukrainian and I moved to Poland more than 10 years ago. So please confirm that you need English language, just raise your hand if you don't know Polish. Sinem, you should do this. Okay, so we have some motivation to talk with you. And I want to talk about developer experience. Few things you can ask on the fly your questions. Please don't wait. Yes, of course, I have gifts for you. And let's start from quick challenge. You need to follow me. I need your attention, at least for the next 30 minutes. And when you will see word Ukraine on slide, you need to just say Ukraine. So wait for word Ukraine and say Ukraine. Yes, of course, you need to say as loud as you can, because we need to understand who will be the first. And we will have the gift. Yep?
I think it's better if you hold the mic like this.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. And today I'm presenting one-person company because I'm working at one-person. You don't need to take photos, any notes, because I will share my slides with you at the end of presentation. And quick disclaimer, it's not a presentation about employee benefit. If you look in this presentation, you need to change your room. No, sorry. And let's start from introduction about developer experience. And yes, of course, I believe you know about user experience. Please raise your hand if you know about user experience. Yep. And here you can see above, just one moment for me, a line above, it's about, oh, you cannot see here. No, you can, sorry. User experience, it's still much more popular than developer experience. But no worries. You can see during the last, I can say, few years, maybe even 5 years, we can see growth of popularity of developer experience, platform engineering, IDP, internal developer platform. And developer experience, it's part of platform engineering. So inside platform engineering, we have developer experience, DX, and IDP, internal developer platform. And we want to use internal developer platform as toolset of self-services to increase our developer experience. And high developer experience means as engineers we are happy, we don't want to leave our company, we have high performance, and we don't have crazy dependencies like please spend half of your life to open ports on your firewall in your huge enterprise company. That's main idea. Inside platform engineering we have IDP, internal developer platform, and first question for gift, can you please mention platform engineering IDP examples like SaaS products? One named with B, for example, another one named with H. IDP examples, who can? Not so fast. Yep, can be, absolutely. What do you prefer? Black one, pink one, brown one?
Choose by yourself.
Okay.
We know the best.
Thanks. Go forward. And another example can be Humanitect. It's dedicated product IDP, or Backstage.io. It's also SaaS third-party product, but also Ansible, any CI/CD tools can be mentioned as IDP example. You can ask, Ruslan, where is the problem? Why we are talking about developer experience? Our experience is good, we still have high salaries. Yeah, we need to work some after hours, but our job looks great and fun. But I believe, because we all have engineers or developers in our organization, we all deal with developer experience. Because during this talk, developer and engineer is the same. Sorry for that, yep, I understand, engineer is much better than developer, but for today talk it's the same. And so, if we all have developers and deal, I believe we don't measure and we don't care about this developer experience. We just have some developer experience. And why we want to care about developer experience and how we can earn money? It's idea from McKinsey. You can, as company, earn 4 or 5 times more as organization with good, excellent developer experience. Where developer experience also mean DVI, Developer Velocity Index. And who can help me clarify difference between performance and productivity in one word? No worries. Productivity, it's about quantity, how much work we can do, and performance, it's about quality. We need this for today. And here is proof. You can see here, it's a report from McKinsey. I will share a slide with you. You can click on all this link, and you can prove all this information. But also, we can expect not only more money for our company, we can expect, let me check here, more innovation and more experiments in our organization. And this number is like 0.06 means correlation. Where 1, it's strong positive correlation, -1, strong negative correlation, and 0.6, we can say we have some correlation relationship between innovations in organization and high DVI, good developer experience. Also, we can expect customer satisfaction. I am happy as engineer, I am writing my code, I deploy my applications, and these applications look better. That's why my clients, customer like our products, services. And brand perception. It's also important because we deliver great products, our clients like us, and we have better brand. And yes, of course, we can expect much more pros, advantages from this one. We can save money, save cost, because we plan to increase performance. We can increase TTM, time to market. We can reduce duplicity, because main idea of IDP is self-services. For example, how as engineer I can open port on firewall, how I can deploy my application on staging, on production in fully automated way. But also we can expect more motivation for our employees, because our employees are happy, our engineers are happy, and because brand perception looks better for this type of organization, we can expect more talents in our organization. And again, you can ask Ruslan, what about disadvantages? And yes, of course, we have some cons here to present. I believe the main focus should be on our clients, on our customers, not our engineers. That's why when we are working on improving of developer experience, we can lose this focus on customer, potentially. Also, we can lose focus on security, because when you need to wait half year to open one port on firewall, at least during this half year, nothing to happen in security, because everything is blocked, no root, everything looks great for security. If your engineers can by themselves open ports, for example, you can expect potential problems with security. A potential reduction in record and audit, because we want to simplify everything. We want to much frequently update our products and services. And to be honest, as of now, hard to find people who good here in Europe, who good in platform engineering, in developer experience. It's extremely popular in US. It's not new topic, but here in Germany, in Poland, it's still new topic, and we still need to clarify difference between DevOps and platform engineer. Yep, and we will clarify today one more time. And also the main cons for me, it's increased communication. Please raise your hand if you know the slide and you know these numbers. Okay, not yet. Maybe you need just a little bit more time to understand. When we have one employee, we just have one real employee. When we have more employees, we need to spend some time for communication. And for 3 employees, time for communication per employee is 25% of time. So I'm not only writing my code, I'm also talking to my colleagues and I'm spending my time. That's why when you employ 3 engineers, in fact you have 2.25 employees, not 3. And situation goes worse even when we have 4, 5, 6, and 7. And for example, difference between 5 employees and 6, it's not +1. So I have 5, I plan to put more, I expect 6, but no, you will receive maybe 0.15 employee more, yeah, because you will spend a lot much more time for communication. I will share slides with you, no worries, you don't need to take photos or notes today.
There is something odd with the numbers.
You micro?
Something was odd with the numbers there. The last increase was very big.
Okay, let me check. Maybe, yep, I need to just check, but should looks great for this one, yeah, because 3rd column go down.
So it looks we said, I think 4th row is wrong. Maybe 7 is special number.
Okay, yep, I will check, thanks for this note. Maybe just my mistake, because it's not screenshot, it just type inside PowerPoint presentation. And can we improve developer experience? Raise your hand if you believe, then as company we can improve your developer experience. Cool. And you need to share this information with your managers, with your companies, how we can improve developer experience. And yes, of course, we have 3 pillars, like we have in AWS, for example, a lot of pillars, well architecture framework, the same for developer experience. First one is usability. And all these pillars, it's about IDP. We have developer experience inside platform engineering. We have our IDP, Humanitech, Backstage IO, Ansible, GitHub, and GitHub Actions. I can strongly recommend workshops this tomorrow, yep, morning with Lukasz about GitHub Actions. The next one, it's findability. How quick as engineer I can find what I need inside this tool. For example, find something on iPhone should be much faster, yep, and easier than find something on Android, for example, because Apple cares a lot, I believe, about findability something. And with Python we can super quickly check documentation inside our IDE. So findability of all Python IDs like PyCharm, it's super cool. And final, it's credibility, because we need to build trust, good relationship between us, platform engineers, and software engineers, for example. And few more best practices, how we can improve developer experience. First one, please start talking to your HRs, to your sourcers, recruiters, and provide feedback about job descriptions. Because I believe you also notice this, all those job descriptions looks weird, but we still sending all those job descriptions to potential candidates in our organization. But as developers, engineers, we can provide feedback to our HRs and say, please improve this job description, because it's not for engineers, it's for business people. Raise your hand if you know about user journey, and you maybe even see some nice charts with user journey. Yeah, we have some people here. You can do the same for developer, for engineers, and create developer journey, engineer journey in your organization. Care about onboarding, both company onboarding and technical onboarding, and collect more information from your engineers. Just start asking, how do you like this ID? Do you have any problems? What you want to improve? send some survey to your engineers. It's not so hard. Care about architecture, and again, just talk to your engineers and ask about architecture concepts, architecture principles in your organization. And one more time about self-services. Difference between DevOps or SysOps engineer and platform engineer. As platform engineer, I am delivering self-services. Sorry, my dear engineer, but you need to do it by yourself. You need to write unit test, you need to run your unit test, you need to deploy by yourself your application. I am just supporting you and provide you golden pass and provide you services. So you need to open port on firewall, but you have this opportunity. You can do it. That's why you care about self-services, not about channels, for example, ServiceNow, BMC RBD. No blocking dependencies, because sometimes task is super easy, but you need to wait for something like approval, for example, or your organization need to purchase a keyboard for you. And it's a real story when one huge organization spent 1 year purchase one keyboard for system administrator for SysOps. It's bad case. Learning and sharing community, and I will explain in a moment how easy you can find documentation in your organization. For example, policy for traveling, on policy for car allowance. Sometimes it's hard because you have multiple resources, but it's not a problem. You can collect all your resources in one page. And inside this page you can type, for example, car allowance policy, and you can see documents from Confluence, from intranet in your organization, and you can use dedicated open source tools to do it. I will share a slide, you can just click and you check on the solution. So you can combine all documentation from different websites in your organization, and you can simplify the life of your engineers. And the same for code. Yep. I believe you also work in organization when you have different versioning system like GitLab and GitHub, or Bitbucket and GitHub, or Bitbucket Cloud plus Bitbucket Server. Raise your hand if you work in an organization where you can find multiple resources with source code. Not so many, I can say it's around only 5 people here, but yep, it's also a problem. If you have multiple code bases, you can combine everything with dedicated tools. And final part in my presentation, it's about how we can measure our developer experience. Because we cannot improve without measurement, it's main point in my talk. And first, it's support quality. I cannot recommend it, because in practice we mean, dear engineer, you have different channels like ServiceNow, BMC RBD, you can send email, you can send message on Slack, and we want to check quality of this channel. For example, if nobody responds on Slack, we can expect low rate. If we close all tickets in ServiceNow, in 1 hour, we can expect higher level of support. But be careful with support, because one day you can become from platform engineer to SysOps or DevOps. Because you stop delivery services, you just self-services, you just work your engineers in organization. Onboarding experience. Personally, I believe it's important, both company onboarding, like employment onboarding, about company history, about company policies, but also platform onboarding, more technical onboarding, how you should deploy your application, where we have different environments. Deployment frequency we can measure, and usually when engineers have dedicated self-service tools, you can deploy much faster, yep, and you can increase frequency. But you need to just start measure. And quick check, raise your hand if you usually deploy new version of your product or service 1 per month. Yeah, and raise your hand if you do it more frequently, once per 2 weeks, once per week. Cool, thanks. And it's good news, majority of people here deliver new version faster than once per month. Availability, and yes, of course, we are talking about availability of IDP, internal developer platform. So just send survey to your engineers and ask, please evaluate availability of our IDP, where 0 means I want to use but I cannot access because all time I can see server error, and 10 mark means availability excellent. When I want to access IDP works well for me. And one more time, where IDP it's Humanitech, Backstage IO, Ansible, GitHub Actions, whatever we want with self-services for our engineers. Number of new tickets, and here you need to understand that we don't know less tickets is good or bad. Because if you have open atmosphere, good trust relationship with engineer, you can expect a lot of feedbacks and it's okay for you. But sometimes, because you have shitty IDP, you have a lot of tickets, feedback about your bad IDP. And finally, Net Promoter Score NPC. And again, I need your help. Tell me how we can calculate NPC in one sentence, in few words.
It's the percentage of 8s, 9s, or 10s in overall number of people who've taken the survey, something like that.
Percentage of who like us minus percentage of who hate us. And we don't evaluate this middle area where people don't care and don't know like us or hate us. And I believe you used a lot of tools, SaaS tools, where SaaS tool ask you, please fill our NPC. Do you recommend our product, like Booking, for example, Airbnb, or not? And you can do the same for your IDP, for your engineers. So please, engineer, tell me, do you recommend our Ansible, GitHub Actions, Humanitech, Backstage IO, or not? Because it's corporate, it's company managed. A little bit more topics for today. How we also measure our IDP. First, it's try to find baseline. Because you can try to improve your developer experience, but if you don't have baseline, you can expect possibilities and you will decrease your developer experience. Because, for example, you start sending annoying surveys to your engineers, and you decrease developer experience. So start from baseline and next improve this baseline. For example, NPC 20, try to improve to 25 next quarter. Again, talk to your engineers and collect information about their paint. I can mention one organization where major paint was, as engineers, I don't want to move my tasks from in progress in Jira because I have already sent commit to GitHub. What I should move from to do to in progress, why we cannot check in automated ways, and I've started my work and I have already commit something with this Jira ID. And we can make this automation and make our engineers more happy, so you don't need to open Jira. Collect feedback, everything clear here. Top motivation or TOMA. I can strongly recommend. It should be just 5 questions, and you can do it today by yourself. I will share slides in a moment with you. You will click on the screen and just answer 5 questions like one of these. I continue to work at my current job because the work itself is fun to do. Strongly disagree, strongly agree. And you will transfer 4 questions more, and you will understand your main motivation, why you're working in this organization. It's money, it's pressure of your family, it's fun because you like your job. And for your engineers, you can do the same, and you can understand main motivation of your engineers. Sometimes it's just money, it's not a problem. You know how to motivate better, just pay better for your engineers, but sometimes it's interested results, insights, and you can prepare better motivation. After COVID period, maybe you noticed main motivation was new integration meetings, for example, or sending people to conferences, or just more vacation outside Poland and Tri-City.
Ukraine!
Yep. In the middle, pink one or brown one. Many thanks. It's super easy to find me just on LinkedIn. Not so many Ruslan Korniichuks in. Yes, of course, if you look for good jobs. Yep. You get me on LinkedIn. And here we have one more Ukraine, because I'm Ukrainian, I need to ask you to support Ukraine now. And you can do it super easy, just pay one time, provide your credit card, quick. I can recommend this Come Back Alive Foundation. You can Google it, super easy, it's trusted foundation. And you can even select here, what do you prefer to do with your money? Just immediately support Ukraine or support refugees, for example. And link, yep, now you can take the photo of this link, tinyurl.com, uppercase dx PyCon, uppercase dx PyCon. And now we have QA session, and I need quickly to open Slido. So just give me one moment, please. Ouch. Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous, I need your help because you need to receive gift for the best question. But maybe, yep, guys, girls, send your questions up your questions and just receive last pink gift here. PG, many thanks. What is your developer experience and what are you using as ADP? Personally, I like AWS Cloud Native Solutions and AWS Code Services, Code Commit, Code Build, Code Deploy as umbrella code pipeline. But the good news, you can replace, for example, Code Commit to Bitbucket Cloud, Bitbucket Server, to GitHub. And also you can change, replace code build to Jenkins, if you prefer Jenkins. And now I'm looking and testing Backstage.io, and I can recommend this tool, but as of now I still don't have enough experience to recommend Backstage.io as main IDP in your organization. If you're looking for some commercial solution, you can use Humanitech. It's Berlin-based startup and platform. And second question, what is difference between software engineer and developer? I believe software engineer it's much wider position, and you don't care not only about your source code, but you also care about testing, like unit testing, end-to-end testing together with your team. You're preparing CloudFormation or Terraform infrastructure cloud template. You care about security. You care about cyclomatic complexity in your code because you're engineers and you're trying to deliver value, not just code. And you care about performance, quality, not productivity. Like I sent today 100 new lines in Python. No, it's bad. But in some organization, it's main measurement. And now I need to do who is PG.
I am, but I have already.
Okay.
52 seconds.
And maybe one question just from audience, if you have one. Any questions? Raise your hand and ask question. Cool.
Is there a
Just one moment. Micro for you.
Is there some concrete way of measuring this developer experience, like you measure, like I want to put it in a number, I want to quantify it, and just collecting feedback and all that, this won't give me anything that I could, metrics, the metrics, that's basically what I'm asking. Is there oh, thank you. Is there like a set of best practices, something like that?
My recommendation for you, just prepare weights for all your metrics. For example, net promoter scores weighted 20% and support quality 10%, and together you have 100. And then just calculate and you will receive some number, for example 70, where 70 for you it's good or bad, depends on your baseline. So it's absolutely possible, just use this and other metrics and prepare your own formula, how to calculate developer experience. As of now, I don't know any prepared developer experience formulas. Thank you so much, PyCoin, for invitation, and thank you.